Oh, yes, now I'm live. Hello. Good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Gita Piri. I would like to welcome you to Great Angels Talk Show. Yes, here on Great Angels Talk Show, you are used to hear us talking about COVID-19 vaccination. But today we've come with a little bit of a twist. It's not necessarily a different topic. We are still on the same COVID-19 topic, but now we've decided we need to look out for each other's mental health. So we have come here to encourage each other on how to look after ourselves, how to look after our mental health. You're going to agree with me. We've been through hell. We've been through so much. A lot of people have lost jobs. A lot of people have lost their loved ones. A lot of people have changed their lifestyle. Yes, there are people out there who can't manage to live with a different lifestyle. They're used to a routine. In the morning they do this, in the afternoon they do this, in the evening they do this. If you change their routine, they get messed up. They get stressed out. Things don't work out for them. It affects their emotions. Their well-being gets affected. People who are used to go to work, they can't work anymore. They can't bring money at home anymore. Their emotions are affected. People who have lost their loved ones, yes, we are celebrating of going back to normal very soon. Rumors are saying we're going to go back to normal. But some people, that's not their normal. Their normal is to be with their loved ones. Their normal is to be with their family, but they don't have any more. So we are just here to look out for each other, to look out for each other's mental well-being, to be sure that wherever we are going, whatever we are doing, we're doing it with a positive mind. We're just here to encourage each other. So I do have an amazing guest in the studio. You've seen her before. She was here before to encourage us about COVID-19 vaccination. And she is here to encourage us to look out for our mental health and our well-being. She is Dr. Juliet Hammond. Okay, before I planned this to be a surprise, to be a secret, but I ended up revealing it. I brought her books. She's an amazing writer. I brought her books. Her books are on Amazon and Mount Moriah. It's a book that I found on Amazon. I stole it behind her back. I brought it here so you can see who I'm talking to. I'm not just talking to any other person, I beg. This is an amazing woman. So if you'd like to read her book, you can go on Amazon and find it. Buy it there. You're going to enjoy it. Okay, back to the mental health. You're going to agree with me that some of you that are living alone, it's so hard for you to manage it. But then if you grab a tip from someone who has maybe been through it or have learned about it or has experienced people with it or just have a knowledge about it, if you hear some few tips and you grab them and you put them together, sometimes it does help. All it needs is to speak to someone, hear from someone, and also grab a tip. So before I bring in Dr. Juliet Hammond, I'm going to give you a little bit of entertainment. I am so sorry. I'm not going to finish all of it, maybe because of time, but I'll make sure that you enjoy a little bit. Music as well. It gives us pleasure. It gives us some comfort. It speaks to us. Those of us who believe in the Lord, gospel music speaks to us as well in a different way than anyone can. So I am going to bring you Judy K.
My wings, sweet Jesus, you're my melody and harmony. Sweet Jesus, you're the eyes that I see through. Sweet Jesus, yes, I'll dance into your tune. For as the deer pants for water, so my soul longs for you. Forever and ever, yes, my heart beats for you. For as the deer pants for water, so my soul longs for you. Forever and ever, yes, my heart beats for you. Something more than gold, I've got something more than gold. Something more than gold, I've got something more than gold. If all I've got is Jesus, I've got something more more than gold. I'll tell it to the world. Jesus is more than gold. More than gold, more than gold. I've got something more than gold. I'll tell it to the world. Jesus is more than gold. More than gold, more than gold. I've got something more than gold. I'll tell it to the world. Jesus is more than gold. It's such an honor that you call me your own. Your love is unchangeable. Keeps coming after me. Shepherd of my heart, I love how you love me. Yeah. Treasure of my soul, I stand in awe of you. As a deer thirsts for water, so my soul longs for you. Forever and ever, yes, my heart beats for you. As the deer thirsts for water, so my soul longs for you, Jesus. Forever and ever, yes, my heart beats for you. Something more than God. I've got.
I wish I could sing. I wish I could sing, because singing is the best that cleans my memory, that freshens me. So ladies and gentlemen, before we go really far, allow me to welcome the amazing Juliet Hammond on the screen. Hello.
Hello to you. God bless you, my sister. You're doing so well. God bless you.
Thank you very much. We thank God. How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm fine. I mean, I'm always excited to come to your show. You know that. I'm always very excited to come.
This is your home.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. And it's an honor to have you, to have an amazing woman like you.
Oh, that's so sweet. So nice.
So, you came before when we were just at the beginning of our shows. And now we are here now. We have expanded. We are doing more than we used to. And we are growing.
I'm so impressed. Keep it up. I am so impressed. Honestly. Well done. Well done, the whole team. Well done.
Thank you so much. So that time we talked about COVID-19, but then we thought, you know what, there's a lot going on after the outcome now. Yes. And we need to start talking about them before we start losing our memories, our minds, before we start seeing people going really hard on it.
I know.
So I'll just be displaying the questions on the screen. One of the other COVID-19 effects have left us with emotional scars. We all have some emotional scars. Somebody, somewhere, everyone is got a story to tell. Yeah. Some people have learned to live with the scars, but others are still struggling. So what can you advise people to do, or what can they follow?
I mean, when we're talking about emotional scars, we're talking about our emotional needs. You know, so you're looking at the whole emotional need of an individual. So you're looking at not just the emotional need, you're looking at the psychological, the physical need, the social need, and very importantly as well, for me, the spiritual need of that person. So this is what we are talking about. And during COVID, we've all experienced, you know, some kind of need in one way or the other. You know, we've been isolated, my dear. You know, remember months and months we've been isolating, you know, and also the fact that, you know, we've been kind of not just isolating, people are going through hardships. People have gone through financial hardships, not having enough, you know, and although there has been help here and there, but some people have really lost their job, their businesses, you know, you can hear it all over the news and everything. Some people have had it hit hard than others. So when you're going through all of these things, you know, there's bound to be some kind of emotional problems going on. You know, how do we handle it? First of all, we must always remember that it doesn't just occur in adults, it actually affects the children, it affects the youths, it affects older people, it affects everyone. You know, I went out with a mother that had a baby some time ago, not a few months ago. And this baby was born during COVID. And all the baby have seen is people wearing masks. She hasn't actually seen anybody when she goes outside the home, anyone in their real faces. You know, when she goes to the shops with mom, when she goes outside to the park and everything with mom, is always like people in mask. So can you imagine this baby? Exactly. Can you imagine this baby now growing up? Now we are going into lifting up all this, you know, lifting lockdown and everything. And now this baby being faced with people with real faces.
Yeah.
How this baby is going
What's
to feel.
going on? Why has everyone taken off their
Exactly, you know, why do people look the way they do? So, you know, it affects everyone. I think it affected everybody. So the emotional health we're talking about is not just for adults here. We're talking about everyone that is an adult, youth, child, and everything, you know. And how do we deal with it? My goodness, you know, how do we deal with it? It's not being on your own. There's loads of help out there. You know, first of all, start going out. You know, start exercising, start walking, you know, get out of the couch, you know, get out. Even those that are working at home, make time, have routine where you are out there, you're walking, you're doing something, you're doing some kind of exercise, you know. And also don't isolate, call people, you know, give them a ring, chat away, you know, meet up. I mean, now we can meet up now as the lockdown is being lifted, so we can even meet up even a bit more. You know, the restaurants will now open even longer periods and people can even, you know, eat and drink. So you can do that. Don't isolate yourself, you know. And I know that people are afraid of change because you've been at home for a very long time. You might be thinking, oh, you know, how do I kind of gradually get into the community again? Take one step at a time. See what suits you best, you know, and just take it gradually, you know. And I would say have a sense of purpose. There's nothing like having a sense of purpose, you know, regarding our mental health. When you fail, try again. If doesn't work, try another, you know, have a purpose, you know, because the Bible says that hope does not fail us. Hope, when you have a hope, it doesn't fail. So have a hope that the next one you try is going to work, you know. So have a sense of purpose, visit people, help other people. There's people that are in need, people that needs to be visited. My sister, there are a lot of people that need that knock on the door just for you to just smile at them and just say hello to them, you know. A lot of people are out there, and there are, you know, there are things that you can do just to help not just other people but yourself as well, because if you're making someone happy, you're going to be happy yourself, you know. If you are happy, if you're making someone smile, my goodness, by the time you know it, you yourself, you're smiling as well, and you want to do more, and you want to do more. There are so many other ways. So, you know, so I think, you know, this COVID has really taught a lot of people lessons. It's taught us all a lesson, and we mustn't take those lessons we learned during COVID. We mustn't take it for granted. Now that we are opening up now, you know, we should always remember where we have been. You know, where we have been, how far we have come, and don't take anything for granted. Don't take anyone for granted. Don't take your neighbors for granted. Don't take your family for granted. Don't take anything whatsoever for granted. Your spiritual life is also important. Make sure that you're keeping in touch. If you're a Christian, you are fellowshipping with one another. You're reading your devotion. You're reading your Bible. You are actually, you know, that kind of encouraging other people as well from what you learn. Yeah.
Amazing. So what I say as well is your hobby. Have a hobby as well. Yeah. Because every time you are bored, you don't have anything to do, go to your hobby. Yeah. Go and do it. If you knit, go and knit. If you write, go and write. We have developed so many hobbies during lockdown. Me, I didn't know I can bake. I didn't know I can bake, but it was because of the lockdown. I was so bored. I just went on YouTube and started watching some baking issues, and then I just started cooking. I went on YouTube and I went to check how to cook a goosey, me from Malawi. if you eat my goosey, you never leave it, you know. So it's a matter of having something to do, because they say an idle mind. If your mind is empty, that's when you start thinking about, oh, I'm stressed, or I don't want
Yeah.
this life anymore, or I don't, you know, so many things. And also, a holiday is coming. People are going on a holiday. There's 6 weeks holiday coming. Go somewhere, even go outside at the park, go somewhere, maybe to a friend, just for a day or two, and then just see something new, something different. It does
Absolutely.
a
You
lot.
know, when it comes to mental health, we have a lot of ways of knowing that you are actually going through
Yeah,
the mental health. Some people don't know, that
yeah.
they have. There are some
Mhm.
signs, early
Mm,
signs.
yes,
You are low mood, you
yeah,
are angry, agitated
mm,
quite easily,
yeah,
edgy.
yes,
Some people, you have to watch what you're going to say next, otherwise they
yes,
get quite annoyed and very upset. So you get very edgy, agitated, quite forgetful, and
mm,
you depressed. You don't want to do anything because you have no
mm,
interest in things.
yeah,
Those are the signs, and when
mm,
you see those signs coming, even
yeah,
as small, as little as they are, you must do something about it. You
yeah,
must do something about it. And one of those things that you can do is hobby. Like you said,
yeah,
find a hobby, something
mm,
you enjoy to do.
mm,
If wherever it is, if it's going out, running around in the park,
mm,
joining a gym. Some people love to spend a lot of time in the gym. Maybe
yeah,
it's just that swimming, or maybe
mm,
it's just joining a reading club,
mm,
or just
mm,
going out there in the library. There are, the different activities that are set up in the library. Or once you
mm,
go on the internet and type in hobbies or things that is happening around me, you're gonna get so many links, so many things happening.
yeah,
Enjoy them,
mm,
join,
mhm,
participate, and programs like this as well, listen to them.
mm,
Don't feel, oh, I've had it before, it has happened before, I don't care, because listen to it, because you might just pick up what you didn't pick up the last time. You know
mm,
what I mean? So
definitely.
it's important that we take care of our mental health.
Mm,
It is our responsibility. It is common, yes, but it is treatable, yes. If
mm,
you feel okay, you've done everything that you can do, still you feel that loneliness, you feel lonely, depressed, and you don't want to do nothing, see your GP. Maybe it's your hormone that is playing up, because some people naturally, because of their hereditary, because of their family, because of
mm,
their genetic makeup and the brain activities that is happening, they might need a bit more help, maybe
yeah,
some medication to help them for a
mm,
period of time, to
yeah,
help balance things in the body. So if
mm,
you need help, if you've done all those things and you still need help, go and see your GP. Your GP will be able to help you. And we have
mm,
the 111 service as well.
yeah,
The 111 service. Call
mm,
them. The number is free, is 111. Just give them a ring and they will do an assessment. They will be able to direct you, and they will be able to link you up, where
yeah,
you can get help. Don't
mhm,
suffer in silence, don't suffer alone. I know we keep saying this all the time. I know people think,
yeah,
oh, you've been saying this all the time. The thing is that we're saying it, and some people are still going through the problem.
yeah,
Mental
yeah,
health is in the highest rate. I haven't
mhm,
got the statistics at the moment. It's at the highest rate.
mm,
So we need to look after these things. And we're talking about long COVID as well, isn't it?
mm,
We're talking
mhm,
about the long COVID that is in the system as well.
yeah,
Long COVID, we don't know how long it's going to be,
mm,
how long it's going to be with us.
mm,
Nobody has any idea, because this is the
mm,
first time we're hearing about long COVID and things.
yeah,
So this is why people must take care of their mental health. If you've had COVID and you're having the long COVID symptoms, it's important you take care of your mind, you take care of your psychological well-being, your emotions, your mood, and you take care of your physical health and your spiritual well-being as well, so that you can balance the whole thing. You can be able to cope with it and deal with the symptoms as well.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
So we have technology, yeah. We
Mhm.
have Zoom. Some people are doing exercises on Zoom. Unless if you can't walk to go to the gym, Find out who is doing the Zoom sessions. People are doing exercise on Zoom. Women are just gathering up. Men are just gathering up and do exercise inside their houses on Zoom. The reason they're doing it on Zoom is because they just want that inspiration to see someone doing the same thing as they are doing. It's really helping. Also, it's not necessarily about the people who are going through it, but also those of us who are seeing people that are going through it. Sometimes you see someone who is so quiet on social media, who doesn't even talk. From nowhere, this day just keeps on talking non-stop. You can tell, like, this is attention seeking. This is attention seeking. This person is seeking attention. Don't be too judgmental. Join them. Give them the attention they need. But if you feel like, no, this is dangerous, they'll end up hurting themselves. Now, that's when you start. You call for help now. They need help. Some people would not open up saying, oh, I need this kind of help. They'll just be acting abnormal. They'll be doing things that they don't normally do. There are signs out there, but then we miss them sometimes because we are too judgmental. Oh, what is she doing? Or she's talking too much. They need attention. They've had it enough in here by themselves. Now they want to put it out there for everyone to enjoy it, for everyone to feel it. So if you are someone who needs to help someone, if you start spotting up some of those symptoms, speak to them, talk to them, give them time, chat to them. You never know, you might be a hero to someone.
Absolutely. I mean, we should become our brothers' keepers, our sisters' keepers. We should be very sensitive on how we treat people, what words we use, how we talk to them, how we relate to people, for instance. Especially during this period, people have gone through a lot. People have lost loved ones, and they're very kind of very sensitive. Let me use that word. So we should be able to be kind to them, be nice to people, be able to make a positive impact in people's lives. Don't be that person that once people meet you, they don't want to meet you again, or when they speak to you, they don't want to speak to you again. Make a positive impact in people's life. Be more sensitive, be more tolerant, to people as well. I keep saying this all the time. We need to be very tolerant to people. There are people that are slow, people that are fast, people they can speak. Some people keep quiet. So who are you? Who are your audience? How do you communicate with your audience? The ones that are quiet, the ones that are speaking, what are their needs? The ones that is quiet, does he want you to reach out to them? The ones that are speaking, do they want you to respond to them in a nice way? So we have to be very careful, very, very sensitive to our neighbors, to our colleagues, to everyone that we meet on everyday life. It's very, very important. And that is also taking care of our mental health. Because when we talk about mental health, we're not just talking about your own mental health. We're talking about the other people's mental health. Those that you meet, their own mental health as well. Don't be a stumbling block. That's what I say.
On the kindness topic, there was a time, of course, not during this time of COVID, but there was a time within our Malawian community, we had lost someone to suicide. And this was someone who was healthy, who was active on social media. And it was like, his friends were like, why? How come you didn't come to me? How come you didn't speak to me if you're going through something? But then what I said was, what kind of a friend are you? Because if my friend, my own close friend, decides to go through that level when I am here, I'll question myself, like, what kind of a friend am I? That my friend couldn't even open up. They didn't trust me enough with their sensitive information and speak to me about it. So sometimes it's about us being real to our friends, for our friends to trust us and to get comfort in us. We should, like you've said, be kindness. Once our friends notice that we are being kind, we are nice to them, they'll trust us. They'll start coming to us to seek some emotional help. I'm going through this. How do I go about it? Sometimes they'll just come, oh, can I have a sleepover? Even if they don't speak, but they trust you enough that you are going to look after them.
Absolutely. It's very important. It's a shame that someone can die in our midst. We don't know about it. Someone will be having problems in our midst and we don't know about it. We must be our brothers' keepers. We must be our sisters' keepers. And the thing is that one of the things that I advocate is not being competitive with the other person. Be supportive. Whatever it is that they're doing, just be supportive of them, and incorporate. There's no way we can all be the same. And we are not created to be the same. We're not the same. The way our brain activities work is not the same. So we must be able to support people, in every area, in any way that they want us to support them. In as well as they need to support you, you need to support them too. And this is why I say to churches, not just your members giving to you, but what are you giving back to the members?
Exactly. Yeah.
So we all have to be our brothers, our sisters, keepers.
Yeah. Look out for each other. That's it.
Honestly. And this is the way of mental health. This is it. Once we take care of that, our mental health problems will begin to fall, begin to reduce. We probably wouldn't have any need for it anymore if we support and look after one another.
Don't be shy to say I'm struggling. Don't be shy to say something is wrong with me. Be
right.
As it is. You know what? You never know. The person you're speaking to, they're going through something as well,
Exactly.
So don't be shy. We're all fighting battles behind our back. If you see our makeups here looking glam.
We all have our own hidden problems. We don't let the whole world know about it. But it shouldn't prevent us. It shouldn't prevent us from having a blind eye about other people's problems as well. And what we're going through shouldn't crowd, shouldn't kind of make us not to see, overshadow what other people are going through as well. Whatever it is you're going through, be sensitive to the next person. Be sensitive to the next. Be sensitive to the next.
Yeah. So there's a rumor that on the 19th of July, the Prime Minister is going to announce the lifting of the restrictions. All the restrictions that we have now, they are going to go away. So do you think this will make things a little bit easier?
Well, the thing
health is concerned.
Yeah. Do you know that he's already he has already announced it? The Prime Minister and the health secretary, they've already said that we're going to have these restrictions all lifted on the 19th, which is really like next week, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we don't have much time now. Well, it's talking about making it easier. I think it will make a lot of difference. But the worry some people have is that if everything is all lifted at the same time, it's going to increase the rate of COVID, especially we have this Delta variant that is still on, happening at the moment. So people are worried that if everything is lifted all at the same time, it's going to increase the rates of COVID again. Why can't the Prime Minister just gradually lift it layer by layer, instead of lifting everything and opening everything up on the 19th? But what they have said is that the Prime Minister was saying, you use your own judgment. We're going to take away the law that restricts you from doing what you need to do. We're going to take away the law, the restrictions, but you use your own judgment. If you want people to wear masks, especially in a crowded place, use your own judgment, wear your mask. If you are in the train, in the bus, in where there's a lot of people, if you want to wear the mask, wear your mask, use your own judgment. That is what this Prime Minister is saying. So I think it's going to make people's life a lot easier. I mean, this wearing of mask is not easy to wear this mask all the time.
I come out of the shop. You should see me how I remove it.
Exactly. So that is one thing. Wearing the mask, all the time. Well, people are not going to be obliged to. You use your common sense. If you're going into a crowded place and you feel, oh, I'm going to protect myself and protect the next person that is close to me, let me just wear the mask. But it's not, there's no obligation now to do so. And the social distancing rule, the 2-meter rule, 1-meter rule, whatever it is that we had before, has been scrapped will be scrapped from next week. So it becomes your own responsibility. If you want to keep those social distancing, if you want to keep that 2-meter rule, whatever 1-meter rule, is up to you. So the laws has now been relaxed, and it will help a lot of businesses. It will help a lot of businesses because a lot of businesses have not been able to operate properly. Because of all this business, because of all these restrictions. So they are happy. The theaters, they can now open. The musical theaters and things people go to will be now able to open. Even the sports arenas, they are now able to have many people in to watch the game. So there's a lot of things happening, and people have been told you can go back to work, but you have to watch it. If you can work from home, continue to work from home. You don't have to, but if you feel your player things and you agree that you can stay at home and work from home, continue to do so. Because when we do all of these things, we're still reducing the risks of infections. Yeah.
And if you decide to wear a mask when the restrictions are lifted, it's okay, because before the virus, when we see people, I used to see a lot of Chinese people wearing a mask in town. And I'll be like, why are they wearing a mask? What's going on? Because we didn't have the virus and we didn't know the use of a mask. But now everyone is wearing it. So if you wear it still, no one is going to be shocked. Everyone is used to it now. Everyone knows a mask now. So if you decide I'll use a mask, no one is going to judge you. It's up to you. You're protecting yourself. And we've got children who are not vaccinated, who will not get vaccinated. So in as far as we're excited of going out there, but we have to think of them as well. We have to make sure we are protecting the vulnerable people who cannot get vaccinated. There are pregnant people. There are people who are on treatment that doesn't allow them to get the vaccine. They still need to be looked after, and it's our responsibility now. The government has washed hands on us, taken over. So we still, those of you who want to wear a mask, like Dr. Juliet is saying, you can continue wearing it. Nobody's going to judge you.
That's it.
That's a positive thing.
Yeah, it is very, very positive, and we are all looking forward to it. And the traveling, so when these restrictions are also, kind of elapsed, when he's no longer there, then people can resume going on holidays, traveling. There are some people that haven't been out for a long time. They can now travel, see their loved ones, it's something good to look forward to. But the fear is that once we are out there, we are now taking responsibilities, upon ourselves, not to wear masks, not to observe the social distancing. Then the increase, of the cases will begin to rise. And what do we do then? Would the Prime Minister now come back and say, okay, go back into your house, lock up again? So
we don't need to go that far.
That is the fear. That is the fear.
We don't need to go that far. We've been through enough already. And this is an experience, We've gained an experience. Now we just have to learn to live with the experience that we've gotten. But even jobs, when they're asking you, have you got an experience? And you say yes, they're expecting you to take that experience to the new job that you've been given. So this is an experience we've had, and we're expecting to take this experience to another level, the level that we are going to now. It's not all about, I can live anyhow. Me, I'm still going to be running. I'll still be distancing myself. If anybody comes close to my brand, no.
I think as for me, I'm still gonna be using my alcohol wipes. I'm still gonna be using my alcohol, wiping myself and washing my hands. So I'm still going to be able. I'm going to continue to do so. Yeah, it is responsibility. It is a mark of being matured as well. We can't be spoon-fed all the time and told to do this and to do that. Now the responsibility is in our hands. What do you think is right? After shopping, you get home, you wash your hands. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when you meet people out there, when you've done everything that you come back home, or you have opportunity to wash your hands, you wash your hands. You know, and you observe that cleanliness, that hygiene, not just personal hygiene, the hygiene around as well, just to
Mm-hmm.
keep your space
Mm-hmm.
clean and
Yeah.
free from all these germs and all of
Mm-hmm.
that, you know. And then by so doing, you help yourself and you help others,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah, that's very true. So,
Yeah.
those of you people who are watching us here on Great Angels, we don't just do about COVID-19 vaccine, about mental health. We do a lot. We make sure we reach out in our communities to help people. So, I'll just give you a little clip of what we do in our communities. So, in case you would like to join us. Here at Great Angels Foundation, we provide support to people affected by sickle cell disease to enable them to participate in the society independently, and also to inspire individuals, like bringing them some food, some treats, some goodies. You know, like they shouldn't feel isolated, they shouldn't be feeling left out. We also promote public awareness of sickle cell disease and other forms of disability in children and their treatment. So at the moment, we are doing public awareness on the COVID-19 vaccine because we all have been affected. Yeah, so that's what we do. We do a lot. We do a lot in our communities just to make sure that everyone is living to their best. So, Dr. Juliet, have you got anything left that you would like to put it out there for people to keep in mind and for people to practice every time they feel like they are low, emotionally left out?
I mean, I just want to first of all comment what you're doing. It's so amazing, amazing things that you people are doing. The Great Angel Foundation. I am so impressed. Well done. It's not good. It's not easy to do an NGO. It's so hard, but you're doing it wonderfully, gracing it all. You know, what have I got to say to people? Basically, we are opening up now. They're lifting the lockdown. It's just about being sensible, being sensitive as well, not just being sensible, sensitive, you know, so that we can have this next phase safely, sensible, know when to wear your mask, you know, don't take things for granted, you know, kind of, there's something they call risk assessment, risk assess before you do anything. If you're going into a shop in a crowded environment, should I wear my mask or not? You know, should I clean my hands? You know, once I've touched things or come home from whatever it is that I do, you know, should I be called? You know, those responsibilities are now in our hands, and being sensitive of others as well. Because I'm gonna, don't be surprised when you see people condemning others or criticizing others. Be sensitive, you know, as to what you say to people. You know, and instead of condemning, be nice, you know, say it in a way that it's not gonna hurt or offend them. You know, it's about being sensitive, being sensible as well.
Thank you very much, and oh God,
You're
think
welcome.
I'll bring you again next time on the show.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Amazing.
It's a
Thank you
pleasure.
so much for coming, and thank you so much for sharing your ideas. To be honest with you, it's amazing. It's good to hear it, and it's amazing to have you like live talking to us straight away. I hope next time I'm gonna be with you again. And
it's a pleasure to me.
When you have a new book, I'm here. Shout out.
Yes, I mean, I've got 3 books now, and the one that you've actually pulled up has got a new edition to it. So yes, keep watching out. Yeah, keep watching out. There's 3 books already. Yes, there are 3 books already out there for people to purchase. Yeah. It is, yeah. And there's another one being written as we speak. So we thank God. We thank God. We thank God. God is doing a great thing. You know, I always say to people, wherever you are, connect with us. Mass Morale Organization. You know, we have a lot of things going on. Just connect with us anywhere. We are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, we are, you know, everywhere, you know. So just find us, follow us, connect.
What's the name again?
Mount Moriah organization. We have the Mount Moriah Conference. We have the Mount Moriah Foundation. We have the Mount Moriah Radio, and then we have the TV as well. That we use. That we just kind of the TV, just occasional interviews with people and all that, talk shows. Yes. So we have the radio, we have the TV, we have the radio, we have the publishing company. So, there's a lot going on within Mount Moriah. So wherever you see us, connect, follow us, and be part of what we're doing.
We are coming for you. We are coming. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my sister. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, so that was Dr. Juliet Hammond. She's an amazing woman who is doing so much. She has already said it. But guess what I say to women? We've got a huge platform for all of us to fit in, yeah? All we can do is to join each other and support each other. Don't look at a woman who is doing so good in our community and feel like offended, or you feel like you're being belittled. No. We have so much out there. The space is so huge for all of us women to fit in. All we can do is to hold each other's hand and work together, You do this, this one does that one does this. All of us, let's work together and uplift each other and support each other. That's what we need. Look at Dr. Juliet. Man, I shouldn't be talking to people like her, to be honest. She's so amazing. She has reached out. She has achieved so much in her life. But look at her, so humble, She understands that, in this life, all we have to do is support each other, uplift each other, and do the work of God, teach each other, feed each other the word of God, and make sure we are looking out for each other's well-being. That's exactly what we need in our communities. And the one of these all Great Angels Foundation, she's a woman as well, an inspiring woman who is doing so much. Sleepless nights to make sure that people in her community are eating, people in her community are getting the best service that they can. Children that are going through some stresses of some illnesses, they're getting the best help that they can. These are women that are spending sleepless nights to make sure that our communities, people in our communities, are being looked after. And she decided to bring this topic, like, let's look out for each other's mental well-being. We need to make sure people are okay. We need to make sure people are receiving the best support that they can. We are going to lift the lockdown in a minute, in few days' time. And we need to make sure everyone is okay to go ahead and be who they want to be. That's the best message we need to send out there. And like Dr. Juliet said, don't be too judgmental. You see someone who is behaving abnormal on social media, speak to them nicely. How are you doing? Give them the attention they need. If you feel like some people, they when it's not really working in their mind, they can even go naked. They'll come on social media, they come naked. And this person doesn't do this. Speak to them nicely. Call them privately. Sis, what do you think? Come out on social media. Let's talk here. Let's talk here. You're saving them from shame. You're saving them from doing things that they would regret when they go back to normal. Let's look out for each other. Let's be our brother's keeper. That's the message we're trying to send out here. And to those of you that are going through some hardships, you think, oh my God, I can't take it anymore. You're not alone. You are not alone. Speak to someone. Some people cannot trust their friends because of yappy yappy. Our mouth is so yappy yappy. We are the BBC yappy yappy. They can't trust their friends. Find someone to speak to. Find a professional. It's okay to call a doctor and say, I'm going through hell. It's okay to call someone, maybe a stranger, and say, I would like to talk to you. I would like to chat. It's okay. It's fine. As long as they give you the best they can, it's okay. Don't feel bad to speak out. No, speak. It's better to speak than to be on your own, to be alone. My name is Girapiri. I would like to thank you so much for watching us. And before I even say my goodbyes, before I even say the last goodbye, let me give you a little bit of Mercy Chinwo. She has now started gospel, singing gospel. We all know her as a secular artist. Oh, no, it's not this one. This is Mercy now. You love me too much. Oh,
Your love is patient. You fill my heart with so much peace and joy. Your arms, you make my life feel great. Jesus, you are amazing. You make my life feel great. Hey, Jesus, you love me too much. Too much. Yes, Jesus, you love me too much. You fill my heart with so much peace and joy, so much peace and joy. Say you're amazing. You make my life feel great. You make my life feel great. All your promises, yeah. Your promises are yeah. Jesus, you love me too much. Jesus, you love me too much. Jesus, you love me too much. Your love for me too much, excess love. Hey, let me hear you say too much, yes, excess love. Too much, Everybody lift your voice and sing your love.
Mercy, sorry, I gave you the wrong information before. Mercy has been a gospel singer ever since, and she's always doing it really good. Too much, oh, too much, oh, excess love, oh. I can't sing, oh. So, forgive me. It's been nice to have you on this show. It's been so amazing to have you, and I really hope next time we're going to be together again. My name is Juliet Hammond, and I would like to thank you so much for watching us. Hopefully, we should see each other very soon, God willing. And if they say the lockdown is being lifted, everything is being lifted, please be careful. Don't get overexcited. So, on behalf of Great Angels Foundation, I would like to say bye-bye, and we will talk again very, very soon.